start off today with reading our standards for the day. Quilly, can you start us off?
We will know how to determine how to write
Equations?
for area of rectangles and determine the solutions.
Okay, Colton, can you read the second one for us?
We will know why it is important to have a positive credit history established. What is on our credit report, how long it stays on the report, why borrowers and lenders value what is on the report, and to be able to compare annual salaries.
Okay, very good. So, today we are going to continue where we left off yesterday. And we're going to start off with, we've already done our research on calling contractors, electricians, plumbers, and finding out how much it costs to actually build a house. And so now we've got our average. It's going to be $117 per square foot. So, what we're going to do today is, I'm going to have y'all fill this out. Okay. Our first question is, how many square foot is your house going to be? Now, let's think of it this way. Most houses are somewhere between 15 to 2,000 square foot normally. Okay? So let's jot down what our square footage might be on our house that we're going to have built someday. A normal house goes from somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 square foot. Colton, I see that you've got yours written down. What is yours?
2,500.
2,500 square feet. Okay. Corley, do you have yours? No, still working on it. 1976. Okay, that's going to be tricky, but okay. Alright, now what I want you to do is grab your tablets, and I want you to go to the calculator for me. It's going to be in that. You see all them little boxes? Yeah. It's right here at the top. Okay, yeah, clear that. And it says, our next thing says, total cost of your house to be built. So we're going to times $117 by the amount of square footage that you want your house to be. And that's how much it's going to cost to build your house. I put mine at 21,000 square foot, and mine's going to cost $245,700. So tell me, Corley, what's yours?
$231,192.
Good job, Colton.
292,500.
You're going to be rich, huh? Good job. Okay. Now, the next question, it says, how many years will you make your payments on your house? You can pick 25 years or 30 years. But listen, if you pick 25 years, yes, your payment's going to be more, but there will be less interest to pay. Can you tell me what interest is? Quilly, you know what interest is?
Not really.
Okay, interest, when you go to the bank and you want to borrow some money, they will loan you money based on your credit score of how much they'll loan you and everything like that. And then your interest rate is based on your credit score. But interest is what you pay the bank back. You pay your principal, which is the amount that you borrow. Then you have to pay extra for the bank, because they're not going to loan you the money for free like mom and dad, huh? They want some money in return, so they're going to charge you interest. So if you pick 25 years, there's not as much interest on it, but your payments are higher because you're paying it off quickly. 30 years, there is more interest, but your payment tends to be lower. So you decide, do you want to go 25 years or 30 years? And so what'd you pick, Corley?
30 years.
Colton, what'd you pick?
25.
25 years, 30 years. That's good. I picked 30 years. Okay, now the next thing we see on here is the interest rate. And we're going to be using 4.5 today. 4.5%. Now, the 4.5% is not standard. It goes by your credit score. Can you tell me what's something that you might have on your credit score? Or on your credit report?
5.1.
No, like what kind of information would be on it?
Like what you get back, what you have to pay to the thing.
Okay, it could show loans. That's good. Like previous loans that you've had, and if you paid them on time. And it's really important to have a really good credit score, because when you need to borrow money or anything like that, when you have a good credit score, your interest rate tends to be really low. And if you have bad credit, say that you got a loan for a car and you didn't finish making all those payments and they had to come back and get it, then that looks bad on your credit. That's called a repossession. So that makes your credit score go down. So we always want to have a good credit report, okay? Alright, now what I want you to do is get out of the calculator. And I want you to go online. Yours is Safari, and yours, yeah. And then I want you to go to Google. Is yours already on Google? Okay, what I want you to type in is loan calculator. And this will help you figure out how much interest you're going to pay, how much, you already know what principal you're going to pay. It'll help you with your interest rate if you know what kind of interest rate you're going to get. And I want you to go where it says bankrate.com, loan calculator. Do you see that? Let me see. Okay, now where it says loan amount, I want you to type in how much it's going to cost to build your house, because that's what we're going to get a loan for. Just, what'd you do? So you're just going to click right there. Right there. Clear that out. Put in your principal.
How many months?
The month automatically calculates.
What?
So go ahead and put calculate.
Principal.
Principal, that's the amount that you're going to borrow. So the amount that you
So the
have figured.
cost of the house.
Yes, the cost of the house, the amount you figured up. Okay, see right. How much is your payment?
$16.25.
What? Is that it?
Okay, Corley, tell us how much yours is.
1 million.
No.
Yeah, 1,171 and 42
Cents. Okay, and let's put our payment down here at the bottom. Okay, Colton, you can start on your next part. Your next part is I want you to tell me what your occupation is going to be. When you graduate high school or college or trade school, tell me
What do you want to be?
yeah, what you want to do when you grow up. How do you want to make your income? Like mine is a teacher. I wanted to be a teacher.
Can we put 2?
Yes, because the pro softball player is just a backup. We need to have a main income, okay? Just in case. A coach? A. Not you. That was an A. Oh, it just didn't come out right. Okay, then what I want you to do is go back to Google. Okay, and right up here, let's go back. I want you to put annual, ANNUAL, space, annual, salary, SAL, ARY, of a in Texas. Make sure you put in Texas because that's where we live and we don't want to get 42,000. Okay. Once you have that done, I want you to divide the annual salary
Calculator?
by 12.
Calculator?
Yes. Go back to your calculator. Just push the white, not the long calculator, but I'm sorry, just the regular. Or did you already find it? Okay. Just the regular calculator. Okay? So, like you'll do 42,000 divided by 12. You'll do 100,000 divided by 12. Okay? Then what I want you to do is subtract $500. Can you guess why I would want you to subtract $500?
For like the monthly income.
Your monthly income is what you bring in. That's what you earn. So that's what you're getting. So why would I take $500 away?
Keeps it back.
No. Can we think of something else?
Or like, I don't know.
When you have a job, they take out taxes out of every paycheck. And then if you have to pay insurance and things like that. So that's why I said go ahead and take out. And you can round this
Mine comes out even.
to the nearest 100.
Oh. Is it okay if I do that?
Okay. Now, what I want you to do is we're going to take our budget.
Is that in here? Oh, no. Do I write my name?
Yes. Yes. And here's your bills.
What?
And here's your bills for the month. What I need you to do is fill all this in. You fill all that in for me on your budget. It tells you how much it is
That one down.
because that is your house payment.
Oh.
You are going to fill that one in.
3.
Okay, and then you have some extra things on there.
What's an A?
That's nothing. You have gas and oil for your car that you have to pay. So we gotta think. I usually take about $20 to run everywhere for like half a week.
Like yours.
So depending on what kind of vehicle you have, if you have a truck, then it's probably gonna cost you somewhere between $40 to $80 a week. So you think that times 4. So that's what? 1,600? No. 40 times
1,200.
yeah, 1,600. No, 100.
No.
See, 160.
Yeah.
So I would
No.
go ahead and put 200 down.
It would be 1,600.
40 times 4.
40 times 4.
160. So I would go ahead and put 200 down for gas and oil for your car.
Oh, what if you get a truck?
Okay. So right now it's just you. So what do we want to say on food?
200.
How about we say 250?
Okay. Because I eat a lot.
Okay, and then household items, shampoo, and all your other stuff that you didn't normally have to have.
Like
150.
Yeah, 150 is a good one. Okay, and I at least want you to put $100 on savings.
Okay,
You
for
can
200.
you can put 200, and then we're gonna see if it.
350.
But you have only so much money every
No.
month.
No. Can I put 150?
Yes, you can put 150 if you want. Okay, now I want you to take and put how much you're gonna make a month right there. It's right on that other page, right there. $3,000 a month.
Right here.
Where's yours?
3,000.
Now I want you to add all this up.
Oh wow. Alright, so let's see.
You don't.
135. I got a negative.
So what does that mean?
That I'm in debt.
That you're in debt. That you have spent way too much. So let's try doing this. So, no, you can't be in debt. There's no way. $3,027.
I did it the opposite way.
67 minus 2803.35 equals $524 is what you have left.
I got
I have
negative.
5,000.
Okay, put that in your balance. Okay, we've got our checks done. We've got our budgets done. We have finished
So I have enough to get my.
our finding out how much we're going to make each year. We've talked about loans. We've talked about interest. We've talked about credit reports. And now I want you to go back and look. So do you still have enough money to cover your house payment if you keep it at that square footage? Do you still have money left over at the end of the month?
Yeah.
Okay, after you pay all your bills. Alright. So, we're on budget. So that means we still have a little bit of room to
Go spend.
spend a little bit, but not get outrageous.
I
Okay,
can get outrageous.
so you said no. Alright, you're gonna save your money. Alright, now your refrigerator goes out. All of a sudden it goes out. And you've got to call somebody to come in and fix it. That's a $75 charge that you were not expecting. You know, because that's not in our monthly budget, right? So, I want you to go back into your checking account and see if you have enough money, which is going to cost $75 to fix it. So, do you have enough money in your checking account to fix it?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, good job. Because you've always got to look ahead. Something may break, like your car, your refrigerator, and if those things go out, especially like your refrigerator, if you have any kind of food in there,
It's gonna spoil.
yes, it's going to spoil, and then,
Not be good.
yeah, and then we have to go buy a whole bunch more food, right? So we always want to have enough money kind of stuck behind so that we can get into that if something happens, like an emergency fund. Okay? Alright. Now, we did all this. Now, since we have our budgets all done, have everything done. I know what I'm looking for. Give me just a second. Now we are going to
Do our house.
yes, we are going to design our house.
Yes, fine. I done this.
So, you're going to take your square footage that you have, that we figured up earlier. I want y'all to get the paper out that we put our square footage on. Do that for me. Okay. My house was 2,100 square feet, right? So I have a 75 by 28 foot house. Now, tell me, how do we figure area?
You do side time. Wait.
Length times width.
Yeah.
Length times width. How do we find the perimeter, Corley?
Times like sides.
You add.
There we go. You were close, but add. Okay? So, what I did is I figured out how long one side would be. It's not that long. It just looks really long on that graph paper. But I thought I would go ahead and decide what one side would be. And then once I found out what that side would be, I would divide it by 2100. Or divide 2100 by the number of the one side. That way it would give me my perimeter, or my area, and it would give me the length of my other side. Okay, so Colton, you have a 2,500 square foot house that you're wanting to build, right? So give me a number that you want one side to be.
80.
80? You want it 80? Do you want it really long like this, or do you want to make it more square?
Square.
More square. So you might want to come back a little bit more, because otherwise it's going to be like this, really long on one side and kind of short on the other. Okay, so give me another number.
65.
Okay, 65. Do 2100 divided by 65.
2500.
Mm.
38.
Okay, but you have a point, you have a decimal, and then you have some numbers after that. So we want to make it as even as we can. So let's try 2500 divided by 60. You know, always try
25.
That would be a square house, 50 by 50. You gonna do that one? That's what I was telling you a while ago. Yours is gonna be difficult because the way you did it. Okay, so you can start out 50 by 50. I would draw out 50 and count. 1, 2, and you count the next one. Like if you start
On this line.
If you start on one line, you can draw your line, but then count the next one as 1.
Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So mine's gonna be an awkward house.
More than likely to get it to go even.
976 divided by 9. I'm sorry for picking the hard one.
It's okay.
We can always do an awkward house.
Okay. I know what you can do. Instead of going at it this way, you can just start doing your rooms. And then, like, make this one a certain number.
And subtract it as you go?
Yeah.
Alright, so you're gonna have.
And I will tell you, like, most of my rooms are at least
Like 100 something.
like a 12 by 14 or 10 by 10 by 10. A 10 by 10 is a standard child's room.
Well, like my room,
Mhm.
that's gonna be big enough.
You might want to do it a little bit longer, babe. Or do you already have it blocked out? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're doing it your way, then that's fine too.
One.
I labeled everything, and I've put everything on the square footage, and so I even put the closets.
Does it matter how long the closets are?
However long you want to make them. Just remember, if you're doing feet are not very big. Like the doorway is only like 3 foot. So just keep that in mind whenever you're doing that, okay?
So what's a 10 by 10 equal?
100.